All right. There we go. What is up, everybody? All right, we're going to leave that there because my overlay is not working. What is up, everyone? I'm here tonight. I am playing VR Flight Simulator. We're going to leave that there because I'm supposed to have a window that pops up here so I can see people talking to me, but it's not working. So luckily I have the ability to do this. We'll just use that. And you are seeing the raw virtual reality feed, so that shouldn't cause a problem. And in fact, now you'll see when I do that, which is kind of cool. We're seeing behind the scenes. Yes, here I am in virtual reality, in Flight Simulator. It is here. Time is now. It's it's a thing. Oh yes, it's happening. How's it going? It's functional. It functions. It's not great yet. And yet it is. It's one of those things. So let's hop to it. I'll try to check on the stuff as much as I can, but let's get flying. I've got it in a workable state. That's the important part. Or so it seems. It's coming.
To Oscar Hotel Niner, traffic Savage 0, X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta, taking off runway 27 straight out departure.
Not bad, huh? It's not terrible. Still have to center our heads. But this is pretty damn cool. Not gonna lie. Let's take off. Let's fly. Brakes. And away we go. Back myself up here a little bit. There we go. This thing could already get in the air. Possibly. It does give a good sense of depth. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. This is pretty damn spectacular. Not gonna lie. Make sure my flaps are actually, yes, they are full where they need to be. All right, let's fly around. There is like a bug I've seen a few times where it decides that I've crashed randomly for no good reason. So bear in mind that may happen. And it may not make any sense whatsoever. But this is pretty great. Nice. Okay. Get this baby up in the air a bit. Where are we at? We're at about... we're just now going to pass 1,500 feet. Okay. Just being... I mean, like, we're in the cockpit right now, guys. Like, come on. This is good. This is real good. That looks... so great right now. Like, the sense that that's out there is wonderful. How awesome. How cool. How freaking good. Hey, look, the weird water bug isn't happening in VR. That's pretty rad. Maybe they finally fixed that garbage. That'd be nice. Somehow I doubt it, though. I think it's just magic VR stuff. All right, let's climb a bit. I'm gonna bring it down to, what is that? About 90. What is that in? KPH? I think it's KPH. It's hard to read. Oh, I remember that. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Depth, scale. It's wonderful. This is great. Like the cockpit right here, this is really good. I don't know. This is my favorite thing with VR is the sense of scale of objects and distance. And the fact that I'm in here. Like there's an Apollo 11 VR thing. I need to play again sometime. Probably do a video of you on YouTube of a playthrough once I get my index. Show that off. And just the sense of being inside of the vehicle is what's great. What? Dude, you are officially the first one. You are number one. Thanks, man. Awesome. It has happened. May it be the first of many. I have to make up like a. We got to make a thing on the thing for you on the Discord. We can make you some flair once I figure out how to do that or something, like the little emojis. This is pretty damn nice. There you go. You know what? I actually like this. Just being able to hit this and look at it and not have to like look around for a silly window is actually kind of working for me. So should we try to do stunts in this thing? Let's see. What are we at? We're at 3,000 feet. Let's climb a bit more. I don't want to stall. Actually, you know what? I do want to stall. Let's stall. Granted, this one doesn't stall very well, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Whoa, we're going over. Put it into a spin? No. It won't spin. Here, let's gain speed. I went a little overboard there. It's different in VR. Yep, see, there it is. There's something glitchy going on with that. It could be too many negative Gs, maybe? But I've never seen this plane do that. So I think there's some weird thing going on with VR that I haven't figured out yet. But this could all be weird mistakes I'm making because my perception of what I'm doing is dramatically different now. But that's fine. I wanted to check this thing out. Where is it? One of my downloaded planes. Now this one's like loud AF. So might be thoroughly unpleasant. But where can I go? Let's zoom out and find something neato. Wish I could remember what that one near I got here. That might be fun. Let's try this. This thing is going to be loud. I have a feeling. Yes. No, it's of course, it's a new mode, so it's got to be all derpy. Oh, look at this thing. Look how good it is. Oh, yeah. Why are we going backwards? That's not how planes work. Stop going backwards. Look at this thing. All right, wait a minute. Ah, it's crazy. There we go. Oop, up. Wow, this is great. This is the premier VR vehicle, for sure. I do not have X-Plane. Or maybe I do. No, I never did buy it. I waited. I don't know what direction we're going. Let's do a tab to see the map. Wow, this is good. What's happening? It seems like a slight issue. Unexpected engine failure. That's fine. Why do I feel like we're going sideways? Well, that was fun. I don't know why it happened. Yeah, that was actually really easy there. That was not a problem. So the question, I have a throttle interrupt mapped to this. We probably need to fix that. But let's fix this real quick. So I wanted this. I wanted to see where the heck I was compared to those like monuments. I guess they were out that way. To the southwest was where we wanted to go. Either way, let's fix this. Where is it? Controls. I like how the menu is floating through the plane. That's kind of fun. This one. We want that off right now. There we go. Yep, that doesn't do anything anymore. I actually played it the other day, about a week ago, and I had an absolute blast, and it was wonderful. But yes, I would be happy to do that. Not like tonight, probably, because I've got everything set up for this right now, but I'm thinking maybe this weekend. That might be fun, because I kind of wanted to get back to it. It's very entertaining. All right. I don't know why this thing's going backwards, though. It makes little sense to me, but okay. All right, we're going south right now. We want to go southwest. So far, so good. Got a couple of things in the mail today that I've been waiting on that were exciting. We got this. It was an exciting day. I think we've got all our Christmas shopping done, so now it's just time for the day, really, and then we're golden there. Wow, this thing is great. That's great. This is west. This looks good. What these do? The Botanical Gardens in Atlanta, I have not. I am using a HTC Vive, the first gen one. I actually got it right when they came out, and it has served me admirably the whole time. And it really looks stunning right now. Like it's running pretty good for me. Obviously, it's lower fidelity than if you were playing it on a flat monitor, but this is acceptable. We are getting, like, just a bit of push from the wind, it seems like. Let's look at the VFR map. What I like they did here, this is good. You can kind of like put that down there so you can look down at it. Or put it down here like if you had a VFR map on your leg so you were looking at it. That's kind of neat. Or you could even like do the Cessna thing and stick it right here. That's kind of great. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna put this down here. So realistically, we're not getting anywhere fast in this thing, but I just wanted to try it out. So let's do some turn in and check this out. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. I'll have to figure out how to inject. I saw somebody injected their chat into a display in game. I use OBS with Stream Elements plugins, like the Stream Elements one, but I actually haven't really set them up, so I'm not technically using them yet. But OBS has served me pretty well, and I'm using a plugin that lets me grab the VR view directly so that you can see what I'm seeing as I see it. This is pretty good. Let's land here in this big old grassy field. Yes, I intend to set that up, actually. I'm going to do some fun graphics for it and whatnot. We aren't super high up right now. It's come about. This is pretty damn great. Yes. I believe that's the name of the plugin, the OpenVR Capture. Gotta get down way lower, don't we? I'm having a hard time judging height, which you don't think you would, since it's a depth is like an inherent part of this process, but here we are. All right, here we go. Sweet. Getting pushed by wind in like that direction. Look at us like crabbing in here. There we go. That was great. Okay. So let's back to the main menu. That was really good. That felt very natural. Okay, go away. Thank you. Okay. To get that menu to disappear. Excuse me, to disappear on me. I got like hiccups going on right now. This is not great. Here, let's drink some water. Bet you that looks silly. All right. So, the world map. That plane is pretty great in VR, but there are other great planes, and we're going to try them specifically. I want to do the pits, and I want to do some stunts without killing myself. Which is a hard thing to ask for, I know. Where do we want to take it? I know. Actually saw a plane. Where are we? Nope. I'll take off out of here. Headset a little bit. There we go. That looks good. Gotta play with it sometimes. Wait. Huh? Nice. Good number of people watching right now. Thanks, guys. Oh, look at this thing. Look at this thing.
Charlie Tango Delta taking off runway 29er straight out departure.
It's so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Little thing here. We'll deal with you later. We don't need you right now. Okay. Wow, look at this. This is good. Okay. Well, let's take off. This thing, I believe I think that could be arranged. The methodology of takeoff in this plane is, I believe, best described as bat out of hell. Like, whoa. Literally, we're leaving the ground already. Like, come on, plane. Okay. Wow, it just wants to scream into the air. Actually, like a little GPS? What is that thing? Interesting. All right, what do we got here? Instrumentation-wise. Come on. Looking good. I like how the instruments are like right in front of me. Wow, look at this thing. What a fun plane. I don't know what's happening there. That's interesting. That's some kind of graphical error. All right, there's the ideal mark. Let's get some altitude. Go. How good is this? Wow. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Set our manifold pressure. Bring our RPMs back up. There we go. Not climbing. We're actually flying fairly level right now, just a little bit. Trying to adjust my trim to arrest our vertical speed, and it looks like it's about there. It's literally from where I'm sitting, horizon on the nose of the plane. Hey, how's it going? All right, let's get ourselves higher into the air now. Let's raise that nose. Our speeds. Let's climb at like 120 something maybe. That seems good. I mean, I bet you this thing can climb way faster than that, but I have a 2070 Super Black Edition from EVGA. It is able to do it. I had to tweak quite a few things. I'm basically running at lowest possible settings for everything. I did turn the trees up so that we at least have trees on the ground at anything other than like point blank range. And I am running the game's internal render resolution at 100% and my index or my HTC Vive's resolution at 100%. SteamVR defaults to like 140% super sampling, but I turned that off. And I have both my monitors running, but I have them turned down to minimum resolutions, just to free up that tiny bit more GPU overhead, and it seems to have done the trick. The game is running well. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. You can always turn the render resolution in the game down a bit too. It will make it look worse, but it will make it run dramatically better. I think the 2060 Super is pretty solid though. I don't remember how it compares to a 2070 Super, like how much faster the 70 is versus the 60. But it's definitely, people are struggling with this right now. I know that for a fact. I'm barely pulling it off. Or at least I'm barely pulling it off while streaming at the same time. That's tricky. If I wasn't streaming, I'd have more overhead. So you might be fine. I think it's going to be tricky. That's what I think. I think it's going to run. It might run. It may not run super well, unfortunately. But I also expect them to make this work better, hopefully in a not too long of a time. All right, what altitude are we at? We're at about... Let's climb up to about 7,000 feet and we'll do some stunts. All right, stunt work time. That sounds about right. All right, let's do a little speed here real quick. Sweet. That was awesome. Let's do wing over. Let's do wing over. I like it. I like it. Oh my. That's excellent. That's hilarious. All right, well, let's see what we can do with it then. Let's gain some speed. I'll try to do a loop. Sweet. Does that really well. All right, let's try a spin. Do a stall first. Yeah, that's a spin, all right. Gets out of it like magic. I guessed the direction we were going to go wrong. Looked like we were going to the right. I just recovered from that on its own. Thing's a monster. I do remember that. I'm still kind of sucky at it, I'll be honest with you. See. Knife edge it. I was actually moving my darn pedals there. That was annoying. Let's try that again. This thing is pretty great. Easy. This is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. We need to try some other planes out though, don't we? Let's do it. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's recenter that. Okay. Let's see. What can we try? I tried the jet earlier. The problem with the jets is they move so fast, they have a hard time. Like the graphics have a hard time keeping up with them, but we'll give it a try. Why not? Let's pick somewhere fun. Where can we go? You know what? Let's fly past Washington. Why not? We'll see how it does in and around and near a city. Where's that darn? There it is. I always like to take off from actual Air Force bases when I'm flying the military jets. All right, man. I'll catch you later. I wish I had a 3900. Yes, I do. Wait a minute. I thought you were talking about a graphics card for a second. It's been a long day. I do have a 3900X. I have a friend with a 3950X, and I'm slightly jelly. But yes, I have a 3900X. I was thinking graphics card for a second because I've got graphics cards on the brain. What do I want? I want fuel. I get that 3080. All right. Set as departure. Fly. Yeah, it's kind of my. I'm really happy with my 3900X. It handles everything I throw at it. Awesome CPU. I'm actually streaming on it right now. I stream on the CPU because it's got so much overhead it can do that, no problem. When I do recordings, I do recordings with the NVENC chip.
Right, ready for takeoff, straight out departure.
All right, let's see how we do. I'll recenter our thing here. Okay, cool. Yeah, look at this bad boy. Look at that. Awesome. All right, let's see. Hold in the brakes. Full throttle. And release. Nope, nope. What are you doing? Go over there. It's like already coming off the ground here. What's happening here? There we go. Ah! Crazy wind. All right. Positive rate of climb. Goodbye, landing gear. Put you away. Flaps to neutral. Check chat log. Okay, that looks good. And we've hit our target speed. Let's do a turn. Not bad. It's flying pretty good right now, actually.
Andrews Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta frequency change.
All right. So we want to climb at 250. This is actually working really good right now. Little bit of lagginess that I can see. I don't know if it's coming across for you folks at home, but there's like a bit of a chop to me looking around, and that's from me moving fast enough the frame rate just can't keep up. So that's a thing. But all in all, it's working pretty good. Okay, let's see then. Yep, we're still climbing good. We're at about 9,000. Where are we at? I think I went the wrong way. Let's check our map. That down there. Yeah, we're going the wrong way. So we will want to come about, which we can do. We're icing a bit too, I think. Is that ice? Or is that just... Can't tell. Let's get over these clouds. Wow, that looks cool. Neat. Very cool. clouds are definitely doing some damage to my frame rate. I also noticed like weird things like the shadows have like a strange granular pattern to them. I don't know what that's about, but I think it's some silly shenanigans. All right, let's let this thing settle in. Where are we at? 19,000? Okay. We're losing speed a bit, so we're not climbing optimally, so we need to let our speed go back up. Then we'll start climbing quite a bit. Because in the jets, you're moving so quick that speed equals climb is very true. Sure, that's in. Yes. Okay. That's where we're headed. Should see it over there somewhere. But I ain't gonna see stuff that far out in VR. That'd be way too fuzzy. We're at about 23,000 feet. Not bad. We're definitely moving up. I can see an airfield over there. There's lights blinking on the ground. Yeah, that's Andrews actually. Neat. Can't tilt my head that far. I got a sore neck. Oh, hey, there's my co-pilot guy. Hey, dude. Very cool. All right, so where are we at right now? We're moving right along. Still climbing, but not as rapidly as I would like. In fact, at the moment, we're not climbing at all. That I can't read. I think it's 0.5 and 0.6, but I'm not sure. Sure seems like it. I think we're going about 0.55 Mach at the moment. Okay, so we want to do a diving turn, so let's set up for that. It's like right over there is Washington, D.C., according to this map. So, how do we do that? Well, we're going to do full air brake. Throttle down. Pretty much to idle. Then we nose down about like this. Pitch aggressively. Oh, hey, there's the Pentagon. Neat. All of its pentagonal glory. Some planes. Very cool. We're still way too high for any of that to show up. There we go. Stuff's starting to appear. Come on. Still supposed to be going faster than this. What altitude are we at? About 8,000 feet. Let's put away the brakes. Well, wait until you're like right on top of it to start loading the city. This is where my frame rate takes a dive. I can tell it's doing it right now. So I think cities are going to be fairly off limits for the time being as far as... things I do in VR, because it's killing my frame rate. Looks good though. Looks really cool. I don't see any other players around right now. I wonder if they put you in there with other people when you're in VR mode. There's usually lots of us around. That's weird. Let's see if I can land this thing. I'm not going to try it here because there's too much to kill my frame rate, but I'll head back over the direction of Andrews over there. Okay, let's dive a bit. You're at 8,000 feet right now. Somebody over there. Across the field. I would say we're at the right altitude to start a descent. I don't know though. Level off. Sure feels like it. makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. It makes sense. It makes sense from a this game standpoint. Crosswinds out the wazoo. All right, let's see what we can do. It's hard to display it. I think based on the frame timing I was seeing earlier during testing, I am probably close to... I'm somewhere in like the 45 to 50 range right now. I'm definitely not lower than 45 FPS because that was my goal and I was meeting it. But right now it's probably around it. I've been averaging between 60 and 45 FPS, depending on where I am and what's around there. So... that kind of gives you an indicator. I think with a 2080, you're going to be doing pretty good. I am running a dual monitor system. I've turned both monitors down to a minimum frame rate. I am running OBS at the same time, which is kind of killing my overhead a little bit. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. Without that running, I'd have a little more overhead because it is doing compositing. So that doesn't help. But you know, I think you'll be doing pretty good. It goes down to it sometimes. I think in the city I was certainly going down there. All right. So we're going to do an approach and landing. I think I'm a smidge high for this. I'm about right on the money, actually. But there's like a crosswind occurring. There's always a crosswind every time I come here. This is going to be a brake landing. Do a right where it's brake landing. All right. First tier flaps down, landing gear down. Not gaining altitude, losing altitude, please. Thank you. Pretty good there. I get pushed around a lot. I'll give it a little extra juice. I think we're good. Let's start our final turn here. That's not what I wanted at all. It's this damn crosswind. That's okay though. We'll land on this one. Way too high. Air brake out. down there. We'll just land a little long. Come on. A little rough, but I'll take it. A little harder to do in VR. I've played this plane a lot. I think it's my most flight hours. I love, love, love this plane. Where am I at? I feel like I am so off-center right now. Where the heck am I? I'm going into the grass for one thing. That's always fun. All right. We need to reposition me. I'm no longer playing the sim. I'm playing find where the heck I am in my room. But that's fine. So that was pretty successful. Minus the grass there at the end. Like drifting all over. Where's my... I have a big heavy thing back here, and I think it got moved. There we go. Not really in the best spot. What else should we fly? As long as you land it, that's the key. What other plane do I really want to see? I'm not gonna lie, I want to see this thing. It's gonna be weird. We will do... I'll do my glider port, because I know it. I know it, I love it, I live it. Actually, why don't we do Lunken, and then we can look at the city, because we'd be far enough out that we won't get, like, complete frame rate tanking. I think. Let's try it. We'll fly over and look at the city in Ablaria. Why not? Alright. Away we go. This is a hard plane to fly. We'll see. Momentarily. I am going to need to remap a control too. Oh my god, it's wonderful. Ah! Awesome. Alright, we need to remap a control real quick. It is... I think it's like... Toggle master ignition switch. You have to have that one to fly these correctly. All right. That was the Aermacchi MB339 trainer, and it is awesome. All right, we're gonna fly this thing. Wow, this is really cool. All right, come on. All right, we're in the air. Look at that. All right, now we want to hang out in ground effect as much as possible while we gain speed. I think it wants to fly. All right, I'm gonna let it fly. I am, however, going to adjust the engine noises because that is insanely loud. And I don't want to listen to that right now. So, take you down to like a 16%. Okay. Yeah, it's not the most smoothly running engine in the universe, is it? So this plane is from, like, what is it, 1907, I believe? This one might have been later on. This might have been a few years later, this version of it. But, yeah. some early flight, and man, the model looks really good. Really, really good. Damn, that's cool. Okay. Magnificent men in their flying machines, man. It flies actually pretty good. You don't want to go too crazy with it, but this one at least flies like a real plane. Gain some altitude. Now the other one, oof. This one, wow, this looks cool. This looks so good in VR. Oh my god. No, this is nice because I'm getting a sense of how big the real plane is, and that's really fun. The answer is it's very small and very wild. Alright. Stop flying like a jackass here and I like that. Gotta have room, man. Pretty much. I would not want to fly something like this in real life. Oh my god, these guys are nuts. This one, like I said, at least it flies like a plane. That's saying something. Water looks really good in VR. I gotta give it to him. Now let's do some turns. It turns real good. This thing actually flies really well. Like, you can stall it and everything. It does not spin. It basically, it's so slow it just instantly recovers from spins. But as you can see, it can turn real sharp. You kind of want to not get too aggressive with it though, because it doesn't roll super aggressively out of turns. I could try. It's hard. Let's see. Here, we'll do a stall real quick. I'm not doing anything. I'm just letting it do its thing. Alright, it's stalling. And it recovered. It like did a half spin and then recovered instantly. It's pretty nice. That was really fun in VR. All right, let's so descending in this is hard. Let's see what we can do. So this plane, slowing the engine down doesn't really do the trick. I can like kill the gas a little bit, but the best way to slow it down is to actually like interrupt it. So they had a blip switch, and they could actually interrupt the engine in order to get it to basically slow down. Yeah, that was fun. That was really fun. So like they would blip the engine on and off. The wind would keep the propeller moving and allow it to start right back up. And that would allow the RPM of the blade to slow down because the engine really couldn't slow itself down very well. It's very crazy. But descending is not something this does very well. There we go. That seems pretty good. We're definitely descending. That is actually an altimeter. It's non-adjustable and it's next to useless, except to see if you're going up or down, really, in my opinion. You're definitely descending. It's in that direction. What a wild plane. Okay. So far, so good. I don't want to continue running that engine. Those trees are getting really close, so we probably should speed it up soonish. I don't know how much of a delay this thing has on responding. It's going to be interesting. Oop, not what I wanted. That's very close. These people would be like, what in the hell is even going on right now? We're actually going to need some climbing power here. All right, I'm giving it gas. There it goes. I have to keep that nose down too to keep it from going up. It's a very aggressive climber. Isn't it great? Yeah, I have a slight delay. What? Okay, so that's a thing. I didn't really crash there. Obviously, there's nothing here for me to crash into. There's a bug in VR where it every once in a while it decides you've crashed, or it decides that you've over-G'd the aircraft for no good reason. And I've had that happen maybe a half dozen times today. I don't know. I'm sure they'll fix it eventually. It's a really good plane, actually, considering what it is. It's just a real bitch to land. Let's see. I want to do the pipistrel virus. That thing is super fun. Or this thing would be entertaining. The icon, we could do the boat plane. Let's do the boat plane. Where should we take the boat plane? We go like the Bahamas or something, maybe? What do we got down here? I mean, take your pick. Nothing but awesome places to go. Let's go down here. That ought to work. Oof. That's rough. That sucks. What the hell? Oh, look how cool this thing is in VR. Wow, neat. All right, we gotta get into the flight, and then recenter our headset because we're not quite in the right spot. I'm just gonna put that down there. Zoom it way out. See what we can do. How neat. I like this thing. This thing's really cool. I feel like I'm not quite where I would be though. Let's try something real quick. There is a VR control for this. Yeah, that's really awful. Now, I heard earlier today it was like super bad. Vertical. Really? Is it just down and up? Are you kidding me right now? Okay. Let's try. I can't even see my keyboard. Oh, there we go. All right. So I'm kind of guesstimating where I would actually be. I'd be pretty... yeah, I'd be like right here. That's pretty good. That is... So what happens if I hit spacebar now? Okay. It keeps me at the right height now. So this is how high I'd be in this plane, more or less. Pretty cramped. But let's rock. Oh god, yes. I am getting a ton less frames. Standard desktop mode, I can run at 60 FPS, like in the wilderness, in less built-up areas. It typically runs at like 40 to 50 in more built-up areas, and it can dip down into the like 30s and even sometimes the high 20s if it's in a really built-up city area. But this is... I'm pulling around 45 minimum, sometimes going way below it. But I've seen it go up to like 60 in the wilderness, which is nice. All right, let's rock. Thank you. I appreciate it. Am I gonna get going fast enough? Ah, it's crazy. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, that's a takeoff. Jeez. Gear up. I had to go full flaps there. That's fun. Oh, hey, we have a little map over here. I don't need that map. How cool is that? It's definitely... Yeah. In desktop mode, I have a 1440p monitor. So I typically am playing at that resolution. I don't really change the render resolution for it. Now, in order to get this to run this way, I did have to like down res, like both my monitors are running at very minimal resolutions right now, and I have a bunch of stuff turned off, and it is on like the lowest settings you can do, so it's not perfect, but it's working. That's the important part. It's working good enough to fly, which is the really important part. Bring our throttle down to about there, yeah. Bring my feet down because I don't really need them where I have them. And I'm at about the cruise speed I want to be at, so I'm doing good. I am climbing a bit. One thing I wish this plane has and it doesn't have is a vertical speed indicator. I'm just a big fan of that as a tool. Probably because I've played so much darn Kerbal Space Program, and vertical speed is life. I have loved VR. This is an HTC Vive. I bought it when it came out. So it's several years old now, and I have been having a blast with it the whole time. VR is like, I don't know, it's one of those things where it needs to be more common. We need it to be more common so we can get more content. And it's been like kind of fits or starts, but there's a lot of really good stuff for it now. I have a couple videos actually from last week where I was playing some like a shooter game and some other stuff I've done in the past. It's pretty great. Now the question is, can you get one right now? That's kind of tricky. I have a Valve Index coming, but it is currently stating it's 2 weeks or more out from shipping, which means goodness knows. Not sure how long that's going to be. And that has been on back order for like 4 or 5 months now. When did I pre-order that? I don't even know. I think it was back before this game came out. But there's other headsets that are really good depending on what you're doing. I like the HP reverbs are pretty popular for simming if you're not doing a lot of moving around, if you're just doing seated stuff. I like the Vive because you can do room scale. And I have the Index controllers because they are basically the greatest thing ever because you can actually put them on your hand, pull that little bungee cord, and it's now stuck to my hand, so I can like let go of things, pick up things, throw things. It's not going anywhere. And like this is an attachment so it can magnetize to a gun stock for when I play shooter games. If you do a Steam VR headset, I can't possibly recommend these enough. They're wonderful. Actually, I know, and that's the thing, is the Oculus, you get it so cheap. If that's what you need to get into it, if you need it to be that price to get into it, then go for it, because VR is worth it. Which one is that? Is that like the... Because there's the Quest, which I think is like the all-in-one, and then I forget what the current model is that they have that plugs into the computer. That's the one I would go for, because then you can throw a computer's horsepower at it. I have a friend, a very good friend who has I actually have two very good friends that have Oculuses. I enjoyed it as well. I think the Vive was better for room scale because of its setup, but it was also dramatically more expensive, so you got to take that with a grain of salt. Wow, this plane is like really small in real life. I almost feel like the scale's wrong. Maybe. I don't know. How the hell would I fit in here? I feel like a giant, but I don't think I am. This plane is really this compact. That's crazy. Where do your legs go? I guess the seats are kind of long. Still, your knees would really be up here. Nice! You got the Index controllers working with the reverb? That's awesome. That's freaking great, man. Heck, if I would have known that, I'd have went after that thing, because it's got a nice high resolution. But by the time the reverb came out, I already had the index on order, so. I'm going to fly out to these islands here. We'll fly around them, and then we'll land in the water, because that's what this thing does. Where is the rudder? That's the water rudder switch. Okay. We're still actually climbing quite a bit, so I'm going to see if I get it to stop doing that. Everything else looks pretty good right now. Back that throttle off a bit. There we go. There we go. What are we going about? 85? I forget what this thing cruises at. It might be 90? It's pretty great. I'm not gonna lie, this is wonderful. Just naturally looking around and getting that sense of scale and depth is wonderful. I played a lot of Elite Dangerous back in the day in VR, and that was great. Actually, that's my longest running, longest session in a game was Elite Dangerous. One time I played Elite Dangerous in VR for 6 straight hours. I had no idea how long I was in there. I was getting hungry, and I'm like, I should probably go eat food. And I took off my headset, and I'm like, holy crap, what was I doing? Trying to adjust this thing a little bit. It's a hard plane to make fly level. What altitude does it claim we're at? We're at about 4,000 feet. Okay. Now, normally when I play on the flat monitor, I have a head tracker I hook onto my headphones, and I do head tracking. So I still get that experience. I can't recommend that enough, actually. I actually did it fairly cheaply. I did buy the TrackIR track clip because it's a really nice, simple infrared track clip for like $50. And then I modified a PlayStation Eye camera to be an infrared camera. And I use, OpenTrack, FreeTrack? It's an open source tracking software, and it does a really darn good job once you get it set up right. But I wasn't going to pay for the full TrackIR thing, what with VR coming out. But that works really well. That's pretty much how I play this game normally. My little cup holder here. All right, I think we're in a level state. This plane is very stable. Sorry if you're all hearing drinking noises, but unfortunately the microphone is literally right here, so there's nothing that can be done for it. Coming up on this island here. Let's descend. So we know that as trimmed right now, we pretty much get into level flight by staying in this configuration at about 5,000 RPMs. So let's go down to near idle. We should start descending. There we go. I'm just going to control this as we go down, and we'll fly around that island there and then land it in the water. I think that'll be cool. This thing flies really good. Like, really, really good. What a nice plane. I think that's the intent, though. The intent of this plane is that it'd be, like, as easy as a car to drive, to fly, what have you. Pretty sure that's the goal they were going for. I feel like my headset's getting a little crooked, but I can't quite dial it in. I don't know why. This sense that the glass is right here is very cool. Alright, let's keep an eye on our plane. We're at about next to 2,000 feet right now. Really? That's cool. Yes, I have heard that. These planes have a reputation for crashing, but yes, I believe from what I was reading, it is the pilots, or rather the people purchasing them. Unfortunately with airplanes, rich people toy planes tend to be very dangerous and attract people. Maybe you shouldn't be flying that particular model of plane. This is an excellent plane, both in this game and in real life, from what I understand, but it's still an airplane. All right, we're at about what, like 1,000 feet? I think I'm going to level off at 1,000 feet. That ought to do the trick. We'll go out and we'll fly around this volcano here. Then we'll like land in the water off the shoreline here. Should be pretty cool. I mean, generally speaking, light sport aircraft are just... it's kind of like... I don't know, I get the sense it's a lot like motorcycles, where you have a lot of power and a lot of performance and a very small package with not a lot of tolerance for failure. Easy to get in trouble. I am a motorcyclist in real life, so I can appreciate that. There's like a little town here. That's fun. I'll have to come here sometime in flat mode and see how it is with like full graphics. I don't play it like maxed out, mind you. Yes. I believe that is actually, isn't that the nickname for the Beechcraft? Is it the Baron or is it the Bonanza? I think it's the Bonanza. The Baron's the large one. Ooh, there we go. Getting a little wind. Got some air current. Throttle up a bit here. Fight through it. All right. We're getting wind off of that rock face there. This is I'm gonna get something right as we go over this, for sure. Yep. There it is. It's like a little nudge. There's some more. We're actually gaining altitude. We got lift off of that. Nice. Like measurable, demonstrable lift. I'm waiting for gliders. I've heard that helicopters are coming first, and they're not coming for a long time, so it's probably a ways out. I'm actually learning how to fly gliders in real life. with the intention of learning that and then moving into powered aircraft. And so I would love to have gliders in this game, so I could enjoy how pretty this game is, and also fly gliders. Luckily, there are planes that fly a lot like them in this game if you set them up right, or at least you can kind of simulate the characteristics. Giving it just a smidge of rudder over to the left here. We're gaining speed. There we go. That's where I want to be. Fly over this little town here. I definitely can tell the frame rate is lower here. There's some turbulence. Oh, very cool. I know, dude. Oh my god, I want helicopters so bad. I was always into helicopters. Just always sounded like an awesome thing to do. Or we're gonna get a big punch of turbulence in like 3. Yeah, I was a little late. There it was. There's some more. These ridge lines, man. We're actually still gaining altitude. So let's cut our throttle a smidge. Okay, we're going to settle in and start preparing ourselves for landing. So we are at about 1,500 feet. We're not quite where I want to be as far as slowing down, but that's okay. That's cool. Yeah, this would get tossed around. All right, so we're going to go out this way. Fly over this ridge. Come about and then land. All right, we're at 1,000 feet. So we are officially landing. We're in the landing zone. Let's put out a thing of flaps. That's going to start slowing us down. I can idle the engine, but I don't actually want to yet. Water looks really good in VR. Just saying. And give it a little juice. I'm just going to kind of coast in around the coast here. I am using a EVGA 2070 Super Black Edition. It's doing a pretty darn good job. All right, we are definitely on final. Let's get ready to control this aircraft. We have this handy dandy angle of attack indicator, and we are going to use it. by controlling our angle of attack. All right. Our rudder is out. We are now a boat. Not shabby. What a neat plane. Okay. So, let's fly something else. Oh, that's interesting. When I look over here, it was cutting the rendering, but I was able to catch up with it. That's fun. Nice. It's worth the wait. Definitely worth the wait. I'm having a good time. Let's see what else we got. You know what I'm thinking? This little guy is really fun. Or the virus. I want to do the virus. I love the Pipistrel virus. It's too fun. What's a good place to take it? You like go look at the Panama Canal or something? That'd be kind of fun. Or just kind of anywhere really in this general area. That's actually, these are all points of interest. No, I have not. Oh yeah, Japan is nice. I could go to Japan. That's an excellent point. Why don't we do that? Trick is to find the right spot in Japan. Actually, man, look at that out there. That looks really good. Oh, you know, I know a place I want to go to. I know where I want to go. Not the button I wanted. I want the main menu button. I know where I want to go. Oh, that's fun. I'll look that up. I'm trying to remember where this was. Where was it? Where was it? Okay, wait a minute. It was... I wish you could star airports. Gosh darn it. I have to look an airport up, because there's a place I want to go and I want to see in VR. It's like a really pretty area. I'll look it up on my phone. I'm literally looking through this little hole down here by my nose. Okay. Let's try this. It's Knoxville. Would be near it. Which one is it? That one? Yeah, this is going to be a cool... Literally anywhere around here would be a cool area. Alright, I gotta recenter my headset apparently. Awesome, man. Thank you. Have a good one.
Knoxville. Knoxville Tower
Oh, look at this thing.
X-ray 00
Look at this
Charlie
thing.
Tango Delta at runway 23 left ready for takeoff straight out departure.
I would be a little higher than this, I think. Let's see. But then I'm like bumping my head on it, so take that. And literally, you can only go to about here, or you're bonking your head. That's really funny. How silly. I'm not quite far enough back, I think, is the problem. Wait a minute. Was it Alt in this? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be about right, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. That's where I'd be sitting in this plane. I'm glad that you can like move yourself around to get yourself in the real spot to get a real sense of it. Okay. Now this thing also kind of just takes off like a bat out of hell. So we're going to get off the ground real quick here. All right, flaps away. Oh, it's struggling right now. Something around here is really killing it. It might be all these houses. I don't know. I know. I would love to be able to use my controllers because I'd love to have my right or left hand on the control device and then my other hand doing the throttle. I think would be excellent. And that would definitely be the way to fly this. But alas. We're getting kind of low here. Let's get up in the air. They're going way too fast. Goodness gracious. What's our engine stuff doing? There we go. There we go. Now we're climbing. For some reason the frame rate is just tanking here though. Like you can tell it's not running well. I think it's going to get better.
Pipistrel Charlie Tango Delta, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Knoxville Tower Pipistrel 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta frequency change.
I am totally not going to do that. Not even happening. It sure seems like my local glider port is still pretty optimal in this mode. Perhaps I will go back there, because this is a kind of a choppy mess right now. I don't know if it's this plane. It might be this plane because of the glass cockpit is the problem. Let's see. Go back to the main menu and take it somewhere else. I might need to avoid glass cockpit planes for the time being in VR. Which is sad since I haven't tried the jet yet. The other jet, anyway. Alright, we're gonna try that again.
Oscar Hotel 9er traffic Petistrel 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta taking off runway 27 departing straight out.
Oh, I didn't start out where I wanted to be. Oh well, gotta fly the airplane now. I think it's glass cockpit planes. I'm getting mega frame rate issues that I weren't getting before. I wasn't getting before. Can't deny this view though. Wow. This plane is so good for views. Can I make that out? Yeah, I can. 24 is usually a safe bet. Very small. At least the lake is not this buggy mess right now. That's a nice thing. Yeah, frame rate is really the weak point. It's like a racetrack? What is that? I didn't even know that was out there. What is that? Let's see if that's there in real life next time I'm up in the air in that area. It's like right over by the thing, too. Interesting. Huh. Go figure. That was weird. Lost tracking or something for a little bit there. How odd. Forgetting this thing really does not need much in the way of pedal. There's the airport. I am at 100% render right now, but I'm also rendering the 5 at 100%, which normally Steam VR renders at like 140%, so I had to turn that down. I could probably get it to run a little better if I cranked it down to 80, but boy, would it look ugly. Like, let's see. We set it to 80. I don't think it's going to look very good. Let's try. Yeah, it's pretty hard to read these things, but at least it smoothed it out a little bit. Oof. I'd rather have it at the higher resolution and lower frame rate, to be completely honest with you. Not being able to see is kind of frustrating, especially in a plane where you need to be able to see. But I think the glass cockpit is the source of my woes. You're right, it did look like a horse racing track, didn't it? Oh, look at the wheel. Oh man. I love this. Alright, there's the glider port. What altitude am I at? Way too high. I'm gonna try to land this thing, despite the frame rate. This thing can pitch over pretty hard too, actually.
$500.
I think I'm actually too low. Let's see. Yeah, we need to go up a bit. That's fine though. I'm gonna come around and do the pattern over that way. I definitely recommend the MB339 above all others. However, I can show you a few other ones that I think are excellent. What position are you in, little flaps? Okay. Ooh, frame rates. Who needs them? Not me, that's for sure.
500.
Don't need any of those frame rates. Those are for weirdos. I'm a little low, honestly. In real life, this would be, well, it's not bad. Not bad. I'm actually pretty good. Never mind. There's actually like power lines right here, so I'd probably be risking hitting them, but I'm actually in a good spot. I'm maybe a little too close to the end. They usually go down way further to avoid because everybody's usually parked up right here, but not bad. There's actually like a big ditch right here too, so I wouldn't really be able to go over here and cross this necessarily at this exact spot, but close enough. There's supposed to be a cool little tower right here, but all it is like a texture shadow on the ground, unfortunately, where it would be. What can you do? I'm gonna park it right here, like this is where that goes, and not where the tower goes. Cool. Okay. Yeah, here, let me show you real quick. I have enjoyed several. So, the other ones I've really liked. I've picked up several. Where are they all at? Obviously, the Blériot is fun if you want a challenge. That thing is crazy. This little guy, the Aerolite 103, that thing is really fun. It's especially neat in VR. I'll take it up real quick and show you. Just go around real quick. There's one other plane I got that I like that has really, really good views out the plane and like handles really well and is fairly quick, so it's good if you want to get somewhere and see something.
To Oscar Hotel 9 or traffic CTD Alpha 01.
For some reason, this plane likes to go backwards on launch. I don't know why, but only in VR. Doesn't do that in normal. All the switches are up here on the wing. This thing would be so fun in real life. Oh my god. My favorite thing about this plane is that it has a Boxer twin engine, which is the engine that's in my motorcycle. Not the exact same one, but it's the type, and it makes me happy because it sounds awesome. Good sound. I'm literally going to go around and land it. This is just like a nice little ultralight, so awesome. Yep, great engines. Let's see, I think I can land this thing as is. It does not have flaps, so that's not a thing. A little high. There we go. What an easy thing to fly. No, I love this thing. It's awesome. Even in not VR mode, you get great views. Obviously, there's nothing in your way. And it just flies really well, and it's slow, and it can kind of loiter. It's just a good plane. It's, you know, it's an ultralight. I was happy when it popped up. It was a needed thing. We needed an ultralight that you can like hang out in. It is the AeroWorks Aerolite 103. I got all of these off of Sim Market, by the way. Not all of them were in the in-game thing yet. The other one I am a big fan of is this thing. The Model 61 Long Easy. We're not going to take off from there. We're going to take off from Lunken. This is a cool plane. It's a push prop. Kind of a neat design. And it's nice and quick.
Lunken Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta ready at runway 25.
It's a fairly complex plane though. Like, there's the glass. The glass is literally like right above my head. Like you are packed into this thing like a sardine. That's pretty good. I like this. This looks really nice. How cool. Oh, really? That's awesome. Well, it's in here. It's flyable and it flies real nice. Come on. There we go. There we go. It is totally a crank to get rid of the wheels in real life, which I just find highly amusing. Somebody really enjoyed like smudging and scratching this glass though. Like that's ridiculous. Like calm down. I'd love a model that doesn't have quite so much smudging and scratching. That is an excellent question. I don't honestly know the answer to. It's off of Facebook, isn't it? What is their minimum age at the moment? I don't know. I would guess 12 or 13, but I could be wrong. I honestly don't do Facebook really anymore, so I have no idea, to be completely honest with you. Let's fly this bad boy over Cincinnati. But as you can see, this is a very quick plane. It gets going.
Charlie Tango Delta, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Lunken Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta frequency change.
I should not fly over the city. I'm pretty sure that's right, but I don't know for sure. I want to contact CVG over here and land this at CVG. Let's see.
Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta is 7 miles east with Echo to land.
This needle is not very readable in VR.
X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta Tower. Make left base runway 18 left. Altimeter 30.25 wind con.
Fly left base runway 18 left Charlie Tango Delta.
Trying to make sense of that. One 8 left is like pointing that away compared to us.
Charlie Tango Delta cleared to land runway 18 left. Wind 156 at 10.
Cleared to land runway 18 left Charlie Tango Delta.
Problem is in VR I can't see. Airport doesn't load in very far away. Where are you? One 18. 1 8 left. I think it's. It's gonna be this one we're coming across, like right here. We're basically gonna go in and do a base turn and land. Is what we're gonna do. Trying to remember which one of these is 18 left, but we'll figure it out. I'm getting some kind of weird effect here where I can't read my gauges. That's not very helpful. I'm gonna go out over the water here. Land at that one, regardless of what it is. I think this thing has a speed brake, too. A little high, a little high. There we go, we're good. Get over a bit. A little high again. Come on. Kind of a wacky plane. Not particularly good at this one. But I'll take it. Yeah, this is a good plane. Obviously, the view out of it is amazing. And if you want to actually get somewhere in a reasonable time and look at it, then this is a solid plane to pick. I got one more plane I'm gonna fly real quick just to see, and then probably call it quits for the evening. But it's the other purchased plane that I have that I really enjoy. Let's see. properly, and where are you at? Oh yeah. This should be fun. Eurofighter Typhoon. Right now, I am using a Cytec X52 that is old as dirt and is like well over 10 years old. Still kicking ass.
Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta
I would like to get a better one, but I haven't picked one out yet. I also have a honeycomb yoke, which is
Charlie
awesome.
Tango Delta cleared for takeoff runway 27 straight out, departure approved.
Okay, let's see how this bad boy does.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 Charlie Tango Delta.
I hit my space bar to center my view here a bit. There we go. That's better. Okay. That away. Put in the brakes. Throttle up. As it starts moving, then you let them off, and we're good to go. Back in line there. The ground handling on this is still kind of buggy. Hence the weird noises. But we're also in the air already, basically, so you just kind of like leave the ground and start going very, very fast. Wow, it cannot keep up. Look at this. Oh my.
Charlie Tango Delta, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta frequency change.
Okay, this is gonna be fun. Have we done it? Have we done it? Yes, we've broken the sound barrier already. The game cannot handle this. And then we're just gonna go straight up, basically. Oh my god. Look at it go. It is like, I can't handle it. That's hilarious. It just can't even. Look at how fast we climbed. Oh my god. Hilarious. Yeah, the spring mod is where it's at on that thing. I didn't do it on mine because my honeycomb was coming fairly quickly. But it's worth doing. Wow, this thing can't do VR. We're going way too fast. That's hilarious. All right, what altitude am I at? I can't even read my gauges right now. I can't tell. I have no idea. Where am I at? 37,000 feet already. Okay, cool. Well, on that incredibly unpleasantly glitchy note, I'm gonna stop for now. This is getting a little late where I am, but man, this is fun. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination yet, but it's pretty great. I'm definitely gonna be doing more of this, and more of flat mode with head tracking, because if you want the fidelity, that's where it's at. This is excellent. Maybe next time I'll do the yoke. I'll try some yoked airplanes in VR. I think that could be fun. I'm a big fan of the TBMs, so that'll be good. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and stop here for the evening. But I appreciate everybody coming by. And there you go, man. Awesome. Congratulations. Enjoy. I hope it works for you. Remember, turn everything down to minimum first, and then adjust it from there. Seems to be the consensus. But thank you. Yeah. Glad you enjoyed. Everybody have a good one. And I should be on tomorrow, probably like 7 to 8 again, I think. So I'm not sure if I'll be playing this or not, but I will be on doing something. So have a good one. See the magic here where I turn this off. Adios, folks.